What's up, peeps and peepettes? God, that was gay, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that ain't a way to start stuff. Quit banging stuff everywhere. Say good morning.
Good morning. Oh, crap.
Let's see.
Get ready to sit.
How is everybody this morning? Pineapple Pam. Tomorrow, coffee on my shirt. Tina, Lise. Just call me Jen. Jennifer. I didn't expect to see you. I thought it'd be a while before we seen you. Dixie. How's everybody doing? Good? Everybody good this morning? Well, Brandy's here on time.
Mm-hmm.
And hasn't done nothing crazy all morning.
John said I was going to be fired if I didn't get here on time.
I run a tight ship. What can I say? Brandy did wear her shoes on the wrong foot all day the other day. So I still got to keep my eye on her. Oh, come on, man. They're her friends. We can tell them these things.
Yeah, it's better. What did I do yesterday? I rubbed...
Oh, that's right. What'd you do? She used conditioner as lotion. Is that what it was?
Yeah, because it had a...
She all conditioning up. Let me make sure I'm nice and hydrated.
I was putting conditioner as lotion. Then I felt really weird. I'm like, oh my. Because our shampoo has a pump on it too. That's crazy.
So I'm not back to 1,000%, but...
At least I feel better. My brain's just foggy.
Foggy.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Brandy Davis.
Good morning.
Why are you in your own thing?
Oh, I don't know.
You want me to make you a moderator?
Yeah. Since I'm in here.
Okay, no.
Yeah. Click on my name. See, you got captions on here.
It ain't doing shit.
I don't want it yet.
Oh, hold on. I see it. Just a second, y'all. I'll have put you in time out. All right, guys, what happened over the weekend? Over the weekend, I learned some stuff. I've been doing YouTube all wrong. I didn't realize you could make you a wish list and beg people to give you free shit. Do you know that? Do you know about I guess I kind of knew about the wish list.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing it everywhere now, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's wild to me.
There's a lot of TikTokers do that, YouTubers. Candace, Wells, or Bly.
That was where I was headed with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all find it interesting? Now, I haven't seen it because y'all know me and Brandy's off on Saturday and Sunday. We try to keep up with comments and that kind of stuff. But we wait to investigate stuff ourselves until Monday.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we was kind of scanning around. We was looking at some stuff and noticed everybody has wish lists. Not just her. There's a lot of them out there, ain't there?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It seems weird to me.
It's weird to me, too. I guess people like helping out, which, you know, I love everybody supporting us, but that's a little far-fetched, you know. I need a TV, a $2,000 TV. That was on our list.
Somebody said TP was on the list.
Well,
was it? Have you seen it?
No.
Oh.
I'd like to go look at it.
We're going to after the show.
She's got $90,000 in her bank account. She wouldn't need no TP. That's what people say. I don't know if that's true. They're saying she has $90,000.
I went to Candy's boy video, and her supporters are vicious. No, I would liken them to cult followers. Wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
You know how, like, Nobody seen the Jim Jones thing coming on until he did it, right? People followed his ass blindly to the jungles of South America.
Pineapple said, Pam said, I asked why isn't she asking the same question out loud that we all are. What? Read that.
I asked why isn't she asking same questions out loud that we all are.
Oh,
they jumped on me, threatened to sue for slander. Yeah, that's what assholes do. They sue. That's why we got to be easy. But I call her.
What does she need help for? I don't get it. She don't have any of her kids. Her husband's not there. She's got a place to live. I don't get it.
Well, I mean, it's not like asking for help. It's just asking for some free shit.
Yeah.
Because you got a lot of people that watch your stuff because your daughter's missing.
Yep.
Now, I haven't seen the list yet, so I can't swear to what's on it, but I've heard there's nothing on it for the boys or summer. So,
yeah. Question: can CPS make Mandas give them money for the boys? Some people have to give CPS money in Indiana, but diapers, formula, and stuff like that. For diapers, formula, and stuff. I'm not for sure.
I'd be interested, somebody that lives in Tennessee that kind of knows that law well, if they want to speak up on that, because I don't want to talk and be wrong, you know?
Yeah.
Good morning, Selena, Angie Davis. Oh, you made it. You'll be here for 2 minutes, and then we'll see you later.
I don't like, she just don't talk sometimes. She's usually here.
Vicky, Susan, Minnie Trout, Beautiful Chaos. Beautiful Chaos. I'm sorry, honey. I don't know about the notifications. You know, make sure you're subscribed or unsubscribe and subscribe back. Didn't somebody say that helped? They thought.
Yeah. June says, did you see where a neighbor was just now bringing up about a SO was around at the time Summer went missing? Why wasn't this out there?
Well, I thought there was a lot of them around that time that I know of.
Is she talking about?
I don't know which one she's talking about, so it's hard for me to elaborate on that. Which one are you talking about? Or who specifically? When children are removed from your custody in the state of Tennessee by CPS, the parents have to pay child support. Does that kind of answer that?
Yeah.
Yeah. If she has an income, apparently in Tennessee, she needs to be reporting it and paying child support. I'd be interested to see what, because I think usually they have a hearing for that. I'd be interested to see what they set it at, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully it should be that way. It sounds fair to me.
Mm-hmm.
I followed her link, then unsubscribed. The list was empty, but on another channel, they sawed cat partiers, carriers, gear, leg massager. The list is empty now.
Wow.
Cat carriers. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think there would. You think it'd be hard to be a cat up there, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Constantly. Oh shit! They're everywhere. I'd be the most nervous cat in the world if I was the whale's cat, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, there's Don. He's going to stitch me back in half again. Let's see. No questions. I didn't miss nothing, did I? Her donations will make her ineligible for welfare. She probably don't need it now, really.
Mm-hmm. It's just her being herself.
Yeah.
If she reports it.
Grandis probably only eats like cream of wheat and beef jerky.
John.
And, she likes spaghetti, so they should be all right. So she deleted the list, yeah.
Everybody's giving her shit.
It's like you got to do something stupid and then make sure everybody tells you it's stupid before you realize it's not a good idea.
That's why I don't think she has a lawyer. What lawyer would tell her to do crap like she's been doing?
I'm thinking if she has one, she don't run shit by.
Yeah.
She ain't. You know, she's one of them that get in there and smart off to the judge.
Yeah.
You know, just don't know how to act.
She said, somebody said on a different show, somebody bought everything on the list.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Followers have to go to their YouTube settings that comes up under their profile photo or blank, then go to notifications and choose when and how many times you want to be notified. Oh, I just thought, I didn't know you had to do that. I thought when you subscribe to something, it automatically give you notifications. What did you all think of Grandis adding that nap into the timeline?
Awful weird.
I think it's all bullshit. Regardless, I don't time her nap around anything. My opinion, she was there. She knows what happened. I don't give a damn when she took a nap. You know, I don't believe nothing they're saying, so it's hard for me to give it much weight one way or the other. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Spaghetti is one of her favorite Mexican dishes. There you go, Melissa.
That was
she
weird.
loves Mexican, but her favorite foods are pizza, spaghetti, pasta, meatballs, you know, Italian subs.
We know a lot about her, what she likes to eat and the music. We don't know a lot of, you know,
important shit
about Summer. She can give us more details. We don't know.
Just a mom who loves her son. Hi, John and Brandy. Hi, just a mom who loves her son.
No.
Everybody should love their children. We wouldn't be where we're at right now.
I agree. There's some evil people out there. Evil.
How many people think Tim Mullins is weirdo, wacky weirdo?
Yeah, anything to do with Wells.
I would say opportunistic.
Yeah.
Like is the best term to describe him.
Yeah, Grandma didn't know the name of the swimming place either. That was kind of weird. I agree.
That's because it's all bullshit. I swear, I just don't know that we can believe anything that we've heard. You know, I'm telling y'all, when this shit comes out, it's going to probably be something nobody's thought of.
Yeah.
I think we're on the wrong path. That's why I think we need to really, me and you need to do some intel and try to figure something new out because I'm tired of talking about cash apps and shit. We need a direction to go with something to help Summer.
Aunt B says, please pray for the family of 6 that were killed in the tornado Saturday in Iowa. That's awful, isn't it? He's not even paying attention, y'all.
Who ain't?
See, I told you.
I was trying to read comments.
Yeah.
Please
pray for the family of 6 in Iowa that were killed in the tornado on Saturday.
Oh, well, God. Yeah. Everybody throw some prayer hands up for the 6 that lost their lives in the tornado.
That's awful.
That's horrible. I tell you, that's what is the big downside to living in the Midwest and stuff. I lived in Alabama, and I remember they had a couple warnings there. It never got close. But, man, tornadoes suck. You know it?
Mm-hmm.
If you are in that path, you are shit out of luck. You know, unless you're in some kind of bunker. I would to live there. I would have to have a bunker. I think, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it'd be scary.
Especially what they call like Tornado Alley, that region where they get them a lot. Tornadoes are horrible things. Grandis doesn't seem emotional talking about her daughter that's been missing for 12 years. I absolutely agree. She doesn't. She seems cold to me, like I said in my video. Where's Harley? And now that your channel getting bigger, can we try to start the missing person in Walmarts in Tennessee again? Please, please, please. I will help get it going again for you. Yes, ma'am. We can continue where it's at. Me and Brandy talked about that the other day.
Yeah.
And I talked about how pissed I was that we didn't have way more signatures than we did. And she's like, well, let's try again and see if now that we've gotten a lot bigger, we've tripled since then. So we'll get back to you on Wednesday what the plan is, okay? Because we got to have a little bit of a plan too. And we'll try to put the link in the on the community tab so everybody that is new to the channel can go to that link and sign the petition. Now listen, I want to preface this with that site asks for money. It's money for the site because they didn't charge me nothing to do the petition, okay? They handle all of it. All I did was start it. None of that money comes to me, and you don't have to give no money to that site at all, and you can still sign the petition. Just, pay attention to the steps and be careful.
Yeah, you don't have to pay anything.
Our tornadoes were bad. We didn't have any activity where we are. However, our one family lost 2 of their 4 children, the dad and a grandma. Absolutely horrible. Yes, it is, man. Ugh. I feel like I'm as alpha as they come, and tornadoes scare me.
Yeah, me too. Harley's over here on the floor, and we kind of move stuff around because we're working on our set here.
If y'all notice the angle's weird, I'm shooting it with the laptop too because we have got some shit in the works.
Yep.
Me and Brandy's about to give up a room of the house to make us something nice for you guys.
Yeah, make it a room in my office for work, Brandy.
I am really believing in the accident theory, but it was due to neglect, and that is a homicide.
Maybe.
Wow. Yeah, that's a good point. I think if there's an accident, like you said, it was somebody's fault, pretty much. And I swear, my thing with that is, if that's the scenario, I think we find out. I don't think Candace Grandis or Dawn could take some shit like that to their grave. And I think all 3 of them know what happened.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I'm starting to believe 50-50. Well, no, I won't say that. 30% maybe accident cover up. 70% they got rid of her, sold her, planned, is my opinion.
My biggest thing against the accident is they haven't got busted on it yet.
Yeah.
Because you don't have time to plan when something happens as an accident.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It wouldn't be covered up as good.
But I would never rule it out.
Right. Well, I'll change that. It might be 10% getting abducted, 30 accident, then 60. It was.
What'd you give abducted the first time?
None.
Oh.
I'll give it
I'd go 5.
5. Yeah.
Yeah, I think 10's a little high.
We're working on our psychic video. It'll be out Thursday.
Yes. We're going to start giving y'all one video that's long and awesome once a week. And 2 more that's awesome too. But the one's going to be our headliner for the week. We want to make a masterpiece once a week. And then some other good shit too. You know what I'm saying? We was slack on nothing. But we're really going to put a lot of effort into trying to get a little bit of a schedule.
Mm-hmm.
And that way, I feel like if we time them with the lives right, y'all can have some JDTC 5-6 times a week, right?
Yeah.
5.
Right.
What y'all think about that? Y'all like the idea of we every week release one big video on the same day? That way y'all know what be like y'all were watching Seinfeld. You know what day he comes on every week, right?
Right.
What do y'all think about that? If y'all think it's a sweet idea, throw me a thumbs up.
Yeah, and we need to start incorporating other missing kids too. We're gonna try that too, because there's a lot of other kids that don't get a lot of attention that needs to be talked about. I believe, I really do. Then John's are you still going to do the West update video?
Good, I'm glad they like that. Yeah.
Okay. He's also going to do that.
We're going to have an Orrin and Orson for y'all in the morning, or a classic and sincere. I'm sorry. Some people get offended by that. You know, I just think they're better known by Orrin and Orson. That's why I use it. I had a tornado last year right before Easter. Oh, God bless you. Oh, everybody likes that idea. Look at all them thumbs up, man. That's wild. Great. I told you it was a good idea when I had it.
Yeah, Bad Girl said if you're making a room for us, does that include meals that comes with the visit? Sure.
Yeah. It's going to be the John Davis True Crime B&B.
There you go.
Tell y'all what. You stick with us until all of our kids are moved out.
Y'all can stay.
Y'all can come stay.
We'll have a different fan each week.
Yeah.
We might have to
rotate.
Background check on you.
Treat it like a timeshare. Yo, you getting background checked if you come stay all night. I guarantee you that. I ain't waking up and
you and Harley,
something crazy going on. Harley's missing and
somebody kidnapped her.
Yeah, I gotta warn y'all though, Harley do not like strangers.
Yeah.
So don't be sneaking in. Make sure you knock. Make sure Taylor don't open the door because she'd be like, "Get him, Harley." Taylor can't wrangle Harley in. Harley gets away from her sometimes.
The child in the background of her first YouTube video makes me believe it's trafficking. If that wasn't Summer, but it did look like her, and Candace has no kids right now. I'm not for sure. I think it was. Do you know who the little girl was?
What little girl?
In the video, the recent video.
With the flames?
No, Candace on YouTube.
If it happened this weekend, you know.
No.
Oh, the one sleeping in the motel room?
Yeah. Jonathan's
that was a friend of somebody, whoever Candace's friend was, it was their kid. I mean, I just think it's wild to believe that she's doing that in front of everybody to taunt the police. I just I don't believe that. You know. I think it's one of them things that has been built up a ton too that takes focus off Summer.
Yeah.
You know, hell, she may have done that on purpose just because she knows everything she does, people get a rise out of, you know.
And she likes thinking we're dumb, and I think like she gets off camera probably laughing. I swear. She thinks we're stupid and believe everything she says. I don't believe nothing.
That friend will not tell her name. Well, she shouldn't have to. You know what I'm saying? I'm not defending anybody, but just because you're with somebody doesn't mean everybody automatically deserves to know where you live and who you are and all that. You know, everybody has friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want one of my friends getting harassed over me. Yeah. You know?
Benny and Cam talked a lot last night about the SO and cops here that have been charged on the database. Yeah, there's a lot in that area. I agree.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
Yeah, it's a weird place.
If you got kids, you wouldn't probably want to live there.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to live there just because I have no faith in the county law enforcement whatsoever. You know, I want to believe the cops where I live would have been on top of this shit much harder.
What do y'all want to talk about? Anything new, or y'all have any more questions?
Yeah, I ain't getting no questions. Those are so much easier to do than, because every time I start reading people's stuff, they're talking to each other, and I don't want to take something the wrong way. You know what I'm saying?
They was leaking of the police that have been charged with ABT, that same as Sherney Jr., a lot of them. What's ABT? You read it, see if it makes
Which one? Who said
Dixie, with the Q.
There was leaking of the police that they have been charged with ABT, the same as Shurfy Jr., a lot of them here.
I said Sherney, y'all. I'm sorry, Shurfy. I should have known that.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't shock me. You know, my thing is though, I feel like if it's a local thing, the TBI or the FBI should be catching on to this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's why everything's taking so long, you know? Bigger picture.
That's what I'm hoping.
Me and Brandy thinks there's two scenarios, basically. The 5-0 is trying to get as many of them as possible and as high up as possible. And it's taken longer than maybe people think it should, or they just ain't got shit and maybe they're a little on the corrupt side. I'm not going to say they are, though, because I'm a supporter of the police. Most police, I feel like, are good people trying to do good things. You know, a lot of people join the police because they want to protect people. They want to help people, you know?
Yeah, we got a lot of
there is a lot of good police, but it's just like every other demographic, okay? Priests, let's use priests. A certain amount of priests are bad. There's no group of people on the planet that if you survey enough of them, some of them ain't bad. And I think the police are the same thing. I don't think this is every police. Like some people just, I mean, they think every cop on the planet is out to get them. And that's not reality. It really isn't. And I don't want to bash police any more than I have to. But I definitely am not a fan of Hawkins County Police. I'm not blind either. You know what I'm saying? When it is bad, I notice.
You got a lot of questions.
We'll start reading them.
You're over yakking.
I'm sorry. I explained my...
Yeah. Well, yeah.
What do you think about the new case of those children being missing in Tennessee? Woke up to it this morning. I don't know about it, to be honest.
What is it now?
What? Me and Brandy don't do much on the weekends, so I haven't seen it yet.
Maybe we need to start.
Well, no, that's how we do this.
I know, but
well, then get your ass on it.
Do you believe Summer ever got out of the truck when she arrived at home that day? No, I don't.
I don't know if she arrived home that day. I don't know anything that happened that day, to be honest. I am so convinced these people are lying out their ass that I'm starting to think, because Orrin and Orson happened before they thought that happened. I'm starting to think this could have too. I don't know. I know people say, well, this person seen him, that person seen him. Yeah, but did they really? I mean, it's tricky.
Yeah. Do you guys think Granda's statement moves Ellie closer to the justice? Oh, where she slipped up? I don't know. Probably not.
I doubt it.
They probably knew she kind of...
They probably know their stories are bullshit, I would say, you know?
I don't think any of them tell the truth.
I think I don't get why there ain't something chargeable with the electronic evidence. Yeah. You would think there'd have to be something going against what they're saying, I would think. And you know what I was thinking about too? Y'all think about this, right? If this was an abduction, how long were they down there, their car on the road? They had to park somewhere, right? That nobody, because they had to be in the house a long time, right? They pretty much had to be there before the planting flowers, anything, or they'd have got seen by the people outside.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So
they probably park some, I'm just saying, they would probably park somewhere else. Nobody sees their car. I don't know where that would have been.
Yeah, I don't either. And it would have took a long time to do what they did.
You know, I think if one of them's guilty, all of them are guilty because they know, you know.
Oh, well, you definitely have to believe if one person in that house knows about it, all three of them do. I would almost guarantee you that.
Yeah, I do agree.
Out of the adults.
Okay. We're yakking. Let me see if we can get some more.
It said that the West security camera proves that the West boys were never at their new home. Yeah, we knew that a while back, though, as far as it said that they never had the right number of kids that I know of. Right?
Yeah, those stories sucks too.
Oh man, I watched the press conference over the weekend because we're going to talk about them a little bit. And it was really interesting that they figured all that out, thank God.
Yeah. Did they see Summer on video at Walgreens? Was she awake? Do you know that?
Not for sure, no. Because I'm still skeptical on where some of this is coming from. Johnny, you got to watch Chris's show last night, the interview room, because your comments could be answered. You need to calm people down. What?
Who's not?
Who's acting up? Who's not calm? And I everybody that watches me knows I take the weekends off. I can't do 7 days a week of summer. I get too depressed and angry and stuff. Everybody gets a break, and that's mine. So I'm sorry if some people don't like that. There is footage of, okay, and that's how this works, Joni. You tell me about it, then we check it out, and I verify it. I take the weekend off, so you ain't got to scream at me.
We're not experts on Summer. We're just like y'all. We won't like to talk about it and find justice, you know. So
we deserve days off. I'm sorry if that upsets some people. I'm not going to explain that anymore.
And we don't want to make a question or answer up just to answer a question. You know, if we don't know the answer, I don't know it. So we move on. Somebody else usually will answer it. There's a lot of people in here that have a lot of knowledge about the case.
Exactly.
Okay, let's answer some more questions.
In the Chris M interview, Hunter implied that Grandis might have something to do with Summer's disappearance. He said she is crazy mean. Yeah, I seen that, man. And when he said that, he did that out of nowhere, too. It's like they wasn't talking about Grandis. He just spit it out. Remember that?
Yeah, that was weird.
But, like I said, I don't trust Hunter's story after hearing his dad say he told him to lie if he didn't want to talk or something like that. You know, how much can you put anything into that?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Who knows if it's a lot of his story is anything to it or if he's lied. Who knows?
Well, thank you, all of you that said we deserve weekends off.
I really think Ellie is holding out to get evidence. I agree with that. I think, my opinion, I think they have more evidence we know about. Of
They've
course
got
they do.
evidence of something. They have some evidence. I know that. I'm not going to question it. I know they got something. It's just how good it is. Apparently, it's not good enough for an arrest, but you know they got something.
Not yet.
And you know, y'all, you only get one crack at a conviction.
Yeah.
If you don't think that shit is airtight, you better wait. Because I would much rather wait and somebody gets justice than I would see somebody walk free, a.k.a. Casey Anthony.
They said there is footage from Walgreens. I've never seen footage. I think I'd say so, really. Have you ever seen the video? How do you know if there's footage? You know what I mean? I just seen that. You don't know. Unless you're a cop and actually seen it with your own eyes.
What is up with the 2 hours they have told Allie and it's not to talk about? I wonder. I don't know. I think there is a gap in the early morning part of the timeline that it seems like they go around it a lot, but I don't know how much Allie can be trusted. So
she's got a couple variations of her story, how she tells it too. So
and
that day.
And you know, to acknowledge, I've heard a lot of different places say like the guys cutting for the electrical shit or for the power wires was that they seen her in the back of the truck, and I've never heard a definitive if it's was she in the bed of the truck or the back seat of the truck, you know? And you know, Candace was working on her wish list. Yeah, that's what I've heard. We're gonna have to watch it because I've got to rip that shit apart and see what that's all about. That's mind-boggling to me. I'm sure somewhere got a crack at it before she erased it.
Didn't Grandis say at some point It took them an hour and a half to get home after dropping off H. Did you already read that one? I don't think so. The timeline's weird in my point because there's a lot of time that's not accounted for during that day. So.
Yeah, and you know, she goes to her patented, I'm not good with time, you know.
You the estimate.
So it's hard, and you know that's what she does with the police. You know, when she was questioned tighter about the timeline, you know she just told them, "Well, I'm not good with time. I don't work, and I hang out and do whatever I feel. I don't care what time
I
it
need
is."
to look at the clock.
You know,
it's not important. No, I'm just saying.
Like you mentioned, no one here are experts here. The same thing. Who's trying to figure the case out. What are the motives, evidence, and what on earth drives individuals to potentially do such deeds?
I agree.
I think the best motive that I can think of is Summer didn't need to start school, because then people would see her condition daily. And, you know, when they don't start school, I don't know how it is in Tennessee, but here, your kid misses too many days, your ass is going to jail.
Yeah,
they don't play around here.
Child protection case open on you, so you can't miss no school. I think you missed 5.
Dombey spoke to the power men, and they leave at 4:30. That's interesting. That's still like an hour before she was supposed to have been gone.
Yeah. I would like to know, like, if that's a guarantee, like,
yeah.
You know.
Do you think Grandis is going to run again? Do you think they will let her leave? My opinion, when Hearts heats on, she beats feet. You know, I don't know that they can stop Grandis from leaving. You know, it's not like she's on probation or parole and it's been 8 months. I think Grandis can probably leave if she wants to.
Thank you, Dixie. I don't think John said thank you. I think he just read the question. So thank you.
Oh, thank you, Dixie. I'm sorry, honey. Brandy, does John sleep with that hat on? LOL, just picking.
No, I tell him pin on. His hair's a mess. It needs cut.
Yeah, my hair is messed up. I gotta go get me a haircut.
Yeah, it's getting long.
Though I do.
He's probably slept in it before without realizing it.
No, I don't think so.
You never?
Yeah. She cannot navigate a watch, but can navigate YouTube monetization procedures.
Yeah.
Harsh, I think somebody's helping her with that shit, because I really don't think she could do everything you need to do. She could be sneaky smart, though. I don't know. It's an interesting thing to think about. She is going to leave just like she always has. Yeah. Unless she is a suspect, she can leave. Well, see, they won't name a suspect. That's an issue too, you know.
Sky Chan said it was disgusting. You couldn't say anything about Summer. All you can say is how pretty Candace, and you could only ask questions about Summer's food toy. I guess in the live. Wow, that would be hard.
Yeah, and you know what's hard is believing that people actually go along with that. You know, alive with the mother of a missing child, and you're not allowed to talk about the missing child.
That's crazy. Crazy.
How do people fall for that?
I think maybe the cops are just letting them go on and, you know, see how they act. Candace, that's a lot of evidence if you watch them in their daily life, how, you know, Dawn and Candace acts.
They said Candace is pretty, so we are looking for someone with a white stick. Do you get it?
No.
Blind people have to carry this.
Oh, that's mean. It's funny.
I thought everyone the day Summer went missing that saw her was suspect. Well, I think they are too, but damned if they'll name any suspects. You know, and I wish they would just rule somebody out, because I think that would take all the bullshit that's associated with that person, at least, right? Yeah. And get it out of the story. And a lot of people get mad at me for saying they should rule somebody out. Like, oh, you don't know what they know, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but it's not uncommon to rule someone out. That's not like groundbreaking.
After they review it, all the questions and go over.
Well, thank you,
interviews.
Dixie.
Thank you, Dixie. You're so nice.
Dixie, you're a sweetheart lately. You ain't even been harassing me much. What's up with you? You're awful nice lately. Greta Duncan, thank you.
No, thank you, Greta. Y'all are nice.
Trophy wife, JDTC is killing it. Thank you for working so hard and keeping us informed. You're welcome, trophy wife.
We try.
Thank you for the encouragement.
Yeah.
We try.
Yeah.
We really do. And, we devote a lot of this during the week.
Mm-hmm.
So
y'all got to think we got 3 kids and they do sports and it's just crazy.
Yeah.
Tumbling and gymnastics. And we try our best. I would like to put more time in it.
Yeah.
And I work. So.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to be a shitty parent.
No.
To do this.
No. And we might not know some answers, but we'll find them out. But we're here for Summer and keeping her name out there is the main thing. We're here. And other missing people.
Yeah. And I want to say, too, Jennifer, thank you for even being around because I know what you're going through right now. Everybody throw some prayer hands up for Jennifer's situation. I don't want to say what it is.
She wants to explain she can, but we're not.
Jennifer can tell y'all, but, throw some prayers her way and some good vibes.
Yeah.
Look at that. Ain't that nice?
Uh-huh. We have the most thoughtful and nice subscribers, I think.
Wow, that's amazing. The whole chat's filled up with
Yay. That's good.
And hearts. Look at that. That is so impressive, man. Back when we started, you'd never see that.
No. Y'all are some great people.
You just wouldn't see that many. You would see it a lot, though, because everybody we have is cool.
How neat is world? She said she's stopping by.
Well, Jennifer, I wasn't sure if you wanted to share that or not. But, yeah, Jennifer has a family member that had a kidney transplant, and they're having some rejection issues. I'm pretty sure is what it is, right, Jennifer?
It's her daughter's boyfriend.
It's her daughter's boyfriend, I think. Well, Jennifer, I don't know, and it doesn't matter. Sending love and prayers. Yes, how's your friend Moon Goddess? Moon Goddess, there you are. Hi, how are you?
I hadn't seen Moon Goddess.
Is she in here? I didn't see her.
Yeah, there she is. I see her up there. How are you doing? You doing okay?
How's things, Moon Goddess? Give us an update.
See, somebody said there's security cameras everywhere. I agree. A lot of people have nowadays. They're out every store.
Yeah.
I'm sure they got a lot more footage than we know about.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they're working on stuff.
See, that's why I kind of like the idea about TBI having some stuff. I kind of feel like I want to build my theory around it. Whatever happened that day around that time and work back from that. Because I know a lot of people think it doesn't happen that day, but I think to do it, you gotta try something, right? You can't just think, well, I don't know what day it was, but if you go from that day, that's how I'm gonna start going with it. I'm sorry, did I get off topic?
Yeah. Is there even an eyewitness other than the family that's seen her that day? That would be a good starting point, and that's the issue.
But the ones there are, like Allie, I don't
trust her.
Base my whole theory on trusting anything one person says.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why we would have to go by camera footage, and we don't have that information, so it's hard.
Right. Well, Alvis needs to. I don't know what that's about. Could it be as simple as Summer choked on the piece of candy? Not saying it's simple, but an accident. Could be. That's what I'm saying. Can't rule anything out. Nothing. Because there's so much stuff. You know?
Yeah.
It could be that. It could be the hide and seek theory about getting stuck in the refrigerator. It could be an accident. I've never ruled an accident completely out. You know, in that house and its dangers, and then you see Candace sleeping in church. So there's a good chance she could have been not so observational, and something happened. You can't rule that out just because you know that Summer was probably unsupervised a hell of a lot longer than 2 minutes, I would think.
Yeah.
Why is Grandis' daughter, Jeannie, so hidden in all that's going on? I didn't think Jeannie was Grandis' daughter. Is there? I don't know. Candace has another sister? I didn't realize that. Is that what you're saying? I'm confused. And, you know, if that's the case, she's probably trying to stay out of it. She, you know, she might have some sense to her and know that it's just crazy and don't want to be no part of it. Because you see what happens to people that walk themselves into the case. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, most of the ones it's happened to seem to like to make themselves popular, like Jody Sue and Andrew. But then you got people like, well, most all of them have appeared at least once. I wouldn't want to be any part of it. You'd never see me on a live or nothing, especially if I didn't have nothing to do with it. If what happened to Summer was an accident, why didn't they call for help instead of hiding that happened to that poor baby girl? Mary, I'm not saying it was an accident. I don't believe it was an accident for the fact I think they would have told by now, because I really don't think one of them's going down for another one if they ain't got a bunch to lose. It could have been it was an accident, but Summer had been having things happen to her by somebody else, so that kind of erases each other out. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell on her for this because then she'll tell on you for this, right? But I don't see what Grandis has, if she knows about it, what they could have on her that would make her stick to that, unless somehow she has information she shouldn't have, right?
Yeah. So there's two Jennies, Dawn.
Apparently.
So Dawn's sister's and Candace's sister.
Jeannie is still friends with Rose's ex-husband. Neither of them let Grandis see their kids, according to a mutual friend. It's interesting.
Very.
Yeah.
Keep it in the fan.
They're smart. Whoever is staying out of this is smart.
Yeah.
I don't think it makes them look guilty in my book. It makes them look like they got some sense. You know, and a lot of people want to feel bad for people because they got approached by YouTube and put on a video or something. That doesn't happen very often, that they don't want to be in it in this case. And the ones that don't want to be, they do good of not being in it, right?
Yeah.
Jennifer says, I'm still not convinced that the videos pictures were actually taken that day. Jennifer, I agree too. I'm not convinced of anything. And that's why people that spit out, well, I know it was this, this, and this. I'm like, no, you don't. You really don't. You can't. Right? Nobody knows.
Excuse me.
Jeannie was supposed to be having an affair with Rose's husband.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, a lot of stuff was supposed to be happening too. You know, I've heard it all. And I know they can't all be true. Yeah, what happened in that 2 hours? Yeah, that's a window.
I think it's weird. Like Candace had seen Hunter for months, and all of a sudden, the day around Summer
Right.
going missing, she's
Beck
gone.
says if there was signs of abuse, they wouldn't take her to the hospital if an accident.
True.
Yes, Bex, that's a
Good
good
idea.
thought right there.
Yeah, it is actually.
That's a really good thought.
Yeah, because I've heard a lot of people taking their kids and getting them taken away because they thought they were getting abused. So yeah,
A lot of and a lot of people add that into their theory or whatever. They say, well, the reason they ain't done nothing is because of the abuse, and I think that's a good chance. Is there's, and you never know. A lot of people think they're all three abusers in some way. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Completely agree. Possibly a lot of motives to keep quiet, whether an accident or not. An investigation would open an awful lot of other criminal activities, including neglect. Yes, yes. I'm shocked that there isn't some drug connection they've come upon from this and haven't prosecuted somebody around for that.
Yeah. I'm hoping one day we'll wake up and it'll be on the news they were arrested just like the West. That might happen, hopefully. Y'all.
What do you know about Candace being adopted by the Wells family? I'm shocked if that's true.
I seen that earlier in the comments. I'm not for sure. I wonder if that's accurate 100%.
That's weird. I've never heard it.
Yeah, all this family's weird. I hate to talk bad, but God.
They do some strange shit. And it's what's horrible is it seems like shady ass families that have a horrible past of different things, and they just came together to make craziness.
Jeanette said the CPS was coming and that was the idea, and they didn't have no medical insurance and it would look bad at them all the way around. Maybe.
Grandis is staying with the script because she knows what happened to her daughter, Rose.
Yeah, I agree. There's something fishy
or
about that.
Daughter Candace know what happened to Rose, and maybe Grandis had done it, so
yeah,
that makes her have to answer to them too if she knows what happened to Summer.
They're all blackmailing each other.
It could be, man. It definitely could be that. It could be they are all blackmailing each other. All of them have one thing on the other two.
Yeah, Candace has something on Dawn. Y'all know what that is, right?
Yeah.
And
in our opinion.
Yeah, in our opinion. Now, Grandis. Yeah, so that could be true.
Grandis was probably there when whatever happened. So that's how they got her ass. And the other. They all could be blackmailing each other. It's very possible. I've been hearing that a lot lately about C being adopted. Not sure if it's true, but keeps popping up. Anyone? I mean, if it's true, all it does is just make them weirder. I don't think it affects the Summers situation. That just seems awful. I'd have to see some pretty convincing evidence of that.
That house was a mess. Come on. That's the first thing, and says a lot about how a baby will sleep on the basement. Oh my gosh, I feel so sorry. And no toys. I agree.
Oh, that basement was horrible. Yeah. Just awful. And I wouldn't think it'd be good to be down there because of the air.
Yeah.
Because it looked to me like it was like
damp.
Our basement. Yeah. It stays damp and stuff down there. You would think that
hurt a baby breathing that stuff.
Yeah. It looks like to me like it had to have that damp, moldy air in it. To me,
Yeah. Everybody's hearing lately he was adopted, so we'll try to verify it. I don't know if we can, but we'll try.
Yeah, I don't either. Did Robin's mom pass away? Robin Lane? Is that what somebody's saying? I didn't hear that.
Who?
That somebody said Robin's mom passed away. Does anybody know if that's true?
That's sad if that happened. I'm sorry. That's awful.
Robin Lane's mom. Is that who we're talking about?
Yeah, her mom passed away.
Well, I tell you what, I think everybody should throw some prayer hands up for Robin because she was the best thing in Summer's life. I don't care what anybody thinks about her, man. That's horrible that she had to go through that. You know, I still have my mom, luckily, but that's bad.
Sorry.
People could show a little compassion for her, you know. Get mine if you need it, the real long one. Brandy's phone's done. She have to get back with us. There you go. Thank you, guys. I think that's nice. Everybody doing that. You know, nobody wants anybody's mom to be gone. That's horrible. Dixie, I'm sorry. I'm sure it is. Dixie says the worst thing I ever had happen was losing my mama.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I tell you what, man, hearing that makes I'm call my mom after the live's over. Now I feel like a horrible son. I haven't talked to her in a few days. I'm not praising Robin. I'm just saying I think she was good in Summer's life. If you look around the rest of the characters. And I have sympathy for everybody, you know. I don't wish well. Most people that I don't think have done anything super bad. My friend died suddenly in his sleep of an undiagnosed heart condition, acute left ventricle failure. Wow. I hate to hear that harsh reality. You never know, man. That's how things are in the human race. It could be your day any day. So I think me and everybody else probably should take advantage of things more often, you know, the time we have, right?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Okay, September Virgo, thanks for stopping by. Tammy Lou, Gem of all Geminis. Good Monday morning, joining y'all from Daytona Beach. Good Monday morning, Tammy Lou, Gem of all Geminis. Well, thank you, Susan Becker. How you doing? Good? We appreciate it, right, Randy?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. My opinion is still that Candace and Grandis have the answers, and Dawn was just told what they wanted him to know. I don't think Dawn actually had anything to do with Summer's disappearance. It's possible. But I tell you what, man, if that's, and I thought that's very possible. And I would hate to think Dawn is the weak link in it all, you know, because they might be willing to make a deal with Dawn if it meant solving it, right?
Yeah.
If he wasn't actually involved in the actual what happened. You know, if it was after the fact. I can't wait to see Candace in jail. It's going to be something. I tell you. Let's see. How about a question? See, I ain't missing none, have I?
No. Mostly comments to each other. I'm looking.
Skychan says, I do believe it happened days before Dawn went to work Monday, all distraught. Yeah, it makes you think there was a reason he was distraught. But he could have been distraught at the coming handoff, too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
It could have been because he knew after he went to work Tuesday, that was the last time he was going to see his daughter. It's a possibility, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Hi from Great Britain. Got here. Have I missed much? Marianne, you missed a lot. You're an hour behind. We roll through it sometimes.
You can always rewatch later.
No questions. I still don't see one. Here we go. Well, I thought I lost it. We might have to slow the chat down. I'm having trouble here.
Where you at?
Bells, how many times have you heard of a wayward girl being sent to a girl's home for 1 year, 6 months in their teenage years? That's not adoption.
I like she's responding to somebody else, maybe.
Let's go Mountaineers. West Virginia girl here, Eastern Panhandle. That's right. Let's go Mountaineers. I tell you what, I'm worried about them, though, man. There's a lot of kids leaving the football team voluntarily.
Let's see here.
He was acting like he should have felt when losing a child, in my opinion. Yeah, the way Dudley tells it, man, it makes you think. Now, it makes you think, though, how is it he can keep his shit together telling all the stories and stuff and everything, you know?
Yeah.
I tell you, like, when you're talking about something that will upset you really bad, when you get to a certain point, it seems like every time you tell that story, it still gets you, don't it?
Yeah. That's why Candace's so cold, I think. You know, some people are just like that and don't show their emotions, but sometimes you think she would break down as a mom, as a daughter, not having her kids. So,
yeah.
It's weird.
The only time I've seen her and it looked legitimate was on Dr. Phil.
And that's because she scared to answer the question.
And that seemed more about the question and where things were going than it did about, you know, breaking down over summer.
Yeah.
And you know, at Dr. Phil, it hadn't been but, you know, 4 or 5 months when that was taped. I ain't positive. I got COVID fog right in my head. But you know, even then she's like, I've answered enough questions. I'm not doing this anymore.
It's a bad interview.
It's a horrible look, you know, when you do that, right?
Yeah.
Said the West boys died 3 months prior to it being called into law enforcement as missing. Yeah, Dan, and that was said in the what was it we watched the other day? The press briefing. So that's sad. And that, you know, now that we know that the boys were missing that 3 months, that is why I thought when they moved the case from California City back to Bakersfield took the case over. I was telling Brandy can vouch. They knew then that them boys wasn't in California City.
Yeah, that's a good point. It is, yeah. That makes sense, y'all, don't it?
Yeah, it adds in perfectly. But that is so wild that they thought they were going to be able to get away with like not having them and explain that away how they did, you know.
Mm-hmm. The poor. Go ahead.
She scared Dr. Phil would send her to the ranch.
She didn't go to the ranch.
For people who know what the ranch is, that's funny as shit. Dr. Phil sends like horrible kids there, and it's like working on a ranch and learning respect and shit. That's what that one girl's suing him over. But I think a lot of people need to go to the ranch. From some of them come out awesome, like it fixes them, you know. So if your kid's acting horrible, that's a good way to try to fix it.
I had to pull over near a church to interject. When you said, how do people keep it together when telling these stories? In my opinion, it's because they are just that, stories. I agree.
Yeah.
That's a good comment there.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Yep.
Yeah, but I was just thinking about it like if it were me having to tell a story, it would get me every time. There's no way I could get through it. You know?
Yeah.
Funny, top of her head, John tell Brandy to get on camera.
I'm sitting here.
She ain't having it.
I'll tell y'all how, but I don't look the best today. Oh.
We're working on it, yeah. We're working on it.
Y'all see my shadow back
You've
there.
seen a lot more of her lately, right?
Yeah.
She was in that video. I'm gonna make her just stand in the videos in the corner and just start taping around her. Agree with Jennifer. Very disappointed with Dr. Phil. He usually goes hard. Dr. Phil, I'm telling y'all, me and Brandy's talked about this a million times. Dr. Phil was having to beg them to do everything. I know that's the way it was.
Yeah.
And I've never seen him. Most of the time he'll be like, well, if you don't want this person being on the show, you ain't going to be on the show. But I feel like they dictated most of that, don't you?
Yeah.
The way that played out, I've never seen such little footage of the people, the parents of a missing child on Dr. Phil. Mm-hmm. Throughout the whole thing, there's what?
A lot.
Nothing.
And they made it 2 parts. It could have fit in 1 part or a half a part. They didn't do anything. Nothing came out of it. Maybe a little bit, but not much. If
they just used Dawn and Candace on film with Dr. Phil, they could have made it a commercial.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot, guys, at all. We were excited for it when it came out. Maybe we'll get some information. No.
Do you watch Harsh Reality? If you should, he is awesome.
No.
If not, you should. He is awesome. Yeah, I watch him.
I do.
We know who he is.
We've
seen him before. This ain't the first time we've talked to him. Did he leave?
No, maybe it's somebody else. I'm sorry. I'm confused, y'all.
Oh, I'm sorry if that was meant for somebody else. No, it was a Q in front of it. Do either of you know about the other 2 adopted children's whereabouts? Do you mean the ones that were taken for neglect? Because there's only one adopted one. The daughter and the son who's paralyzed from something that happened in her care, he's paralyzed for the rest of his life. The daughter's popped up before. I tend to not want to talk about her a lot because it seems like she don't want to be in this, and she's not really in it. Candace and her don't have much of a relationship, period.
That's me. Like, if you take all the different scenarios in this case, like Rose missing the oldest child, it's just crazy how much weirdness is in this family that happens.
Somebody asked about the video for the Dawn of Serafina. Thursday. It's going to be our video of the week. Miss Frankie Carey, thank you. So generous, man.
I about fell over, sorry. These stools, we got stools and they hurt. Like, I hadn't said in a long time.
Thank Miss Frankie Carey.
Oh, thank you, Miss Frankie Carey. Yeah, I agree. There's way too many people that are neglected nowadays, especially by their parents. Come out to
Kabuli 1959 says, all I know is every day we are bombarded with children who are abused, tortured, and murdered, usually by the people who are supposed to be protecting them. It really makes me sick. I can't wrap my head.
That's one I was fun to. Yeah, way too many.
Yeah.
Especially, it's awful by the parents sometimes. The one person that child can trust, as you or people they trust, is the ones that do it half the time. It's awful. You know that mess up a kid for life. I think if they survive.
Candace cried on Dr. Phil, said she felt she was being interrogated again. Also, she said going over it all again wasn't going anything for her. Yeah.
That's the only
It's
time
not
I've seen her
helping
cry.
me were her exact words. They're like, hey, this could help Summer and help find her. And she's like, well, it's not helping me. Ugh.
Yeah. I get some.
I've put that clip in 2 different videos too. That's how much it bothers me.
On that live, she said, I don't need nothing. I got everything. I don't want nothing. Come on, lady. You're missing your kids. You don't want nothing or you don't need anything. That made me so mad, y'all. So mad. And she's smiling.
Ugh.
Smirking.
Mm-mm.
What would y'all be doing if your kids are missing? You'd be out there looking for them. You wouldn't be on freaking YouTube. I know.
John, that statement says it all. Yes, it really does.
Or if you were on YouTube, you'd be talking about Summer.
Hey, y'all new here. Welcome, Kelly. Glad to have you. Great bunch of folks. Everybody say, hey, Kelly, what's up?
Thanks for joining us.
Well, I have to go. You all have a good rest of your day. All right, Arabian Horses Forever. Thanks for stopping by.
Come back. See us. Drop in.
Kenneth got away. Well, Kenneth got some fancy new dentures out of the interview. Kenneth, if anything, should be grateful. You know, somebody was telling me, what was they saying about that? Like they have to give their teeth back after? Like it's a...
That's messed up.
I heard that that's what it was. Like they're like veneers. I don't know. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I don't know how they could reuse teeth, though. You wouldn't think.
Well, she don't have them all the time.
She don't wear them, I don't guess.
God.
That stuff's expensive, too, y'all know. Yep.
I can't hear you, Brandy.
I'm right here.
Yeah, she right beside me. She ain't buying that shit to do. Well, then they can't hear you either.
Scott Tim said that earlier.
That's whose I just read.
Oh.
How about a question, somebody? Because I'm tired of interrupting everybody's conversations. I feel like an idiot every time I do it.
I hope they don't reuse the teeth. That'd be bad.
Oh, no shit.
I do know before you go on the show, all the people say this, you have to send him pictures of your teeth on Dr. Phil, and they get them done. So, I don't know.
That's crazy, though. It seems like that shit would get expensive, don't it? Mm-hmm. I think they'll dress you up, too, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Teeth are expensive.
That's why I was kind of, when I seen Candace in the jean jacket, I was kind of shocked. I was like, you would think the Dr. Phil team, because it seems like they dress them all up, right?
Yeah, that's probably what they could get her in. She wouldn't have anything else.
Howdy, hey Jude, where you been? You late? What if we just have a comment? Oh, I'll start it with a C. Good point, Brenda Redmond, because I read comments too, as long as they ain't crazy.
Yeah.
Don't y'all bait me into nothing.
We get confused and read comments sometimes, but some of them are good, so I'll read them.
What do you call 10 Candaces standing side by side? I ain't reading that. I'm not in trouble for that. Everybody read Lisa's statement. Someone said that Dr. Phil ruined Candace's teeth. Yeah, Dan, I seen that somewhere too, and I was thinking, how did that happen? For one thing, Dr. Phil didn't personally do her teeth. Number one, I think they would mean the person who did them ruined them. You know, I'm sure he was just trying to make her look better for the show.
I know if you get veneers, like shave them down to nothing. But I don't know if it was veneers or just teeth.
Well, that'd be crazy to shave somebody's teeth down, then take the
Yeah,
veneers.
I don't know if you guys what to put on. Who knows? If she did get the teeth, she don't wear them. Who knows?
I'm sorry, but I think that Dr. Phil knew he didn't want anything to do with it. Then he shouldn't have done it, period.
Yeah,
He just did that shit for ratings. Have you ever talked about Grannis going to ER and taking a nap?
I knew about the ER. Now, are you talking about nap when she got home, or?
I don't know. I've talked about the ER a ton of times. I got quite a few videos of Grandis.
I think she slipped up in the interview and said that she's taking a nap, but who knows?
When it first come out and I learned that Grandis was supposed to be a part of the whole day, in my mind, I kind of knew Grandis has to know something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she has to. Even if she wasn't involved, even if it wasn't that day, then she knows it wasn't that day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Grandis has to know something. I'm sorry, you cannot have admitted to being where you are and all that and tell me Grandis ain't involved somehow. She is, I promise you.
See, I got confused because they went, I guess, to pick Grandis up, but they were going to the water park. Was Grandis going to the water park too? That's weird to me. You know, they would have known that. That whole story is kind of weird. You see Grandis at the water park.
Well, the Grandis issue too is if your knee's hurting, why are you running around town left and right? I counted it up one day between stops and everything, and it was crazy to think if your knee's hurting, you did all that.
Yeah.
If my knee's hurting bad enough to go to the ER, I ain't walking to shit.
Yeah, y'all know if you're in pain, you're not wanting to do crap. But sit down, get off your knee. I'm sure.
I think that could have just been prescription hopping, but I tell you,
they don't do
that shit around here. Yeah. So,
and I think it's like that probably in Tennessee because it's similar.
And if it's like that in Tennessee too, then maybe it's for alibi or timeline that she went, possibly.
Yeah.
All three of them know what happened for sure. Yeah, the three musketeers, one of them know what's up. Why did H get to be noisy about C phone messages? Nosy? I don't know that any of that happened either. I think he lied about that. Like he swiped the phones out and she wasn't looking and then went straight to this file. I think he made some shit up.
Oh, Lord. That's crazy.
Grant's interview. She said she went to hospital, no doctor's appointment. They said she talked. She wasn't at the way she talked, she wasn't at Waterhole. She took a nap when they got home with groceries. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Grandis is God, you would think with 8.5 months she'd get it right. Candace does.
Yeah, her script. Maybe she thought, I'm gonna throw this in or she left it out originally. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the Grandis thing again. I'll get back to y'all Wednesday on that. Let's make a note of that.
Best interview ever. Brenda said she destroyed their initial statement. Totally convinced me they're all involved. We'll have to watch that. We should.
She screwed her story up for sure, from what I know. But you know, that story sucks so bad anyway. I would think law enforcement has to know there's something wrong with it.
Yeah. Dixie said, I'm like Brandy. I think it's weird that not talking to Allie or H, then all of a sudden, you know, Candace goes skit.
Yeah.
Hunter out of blue.
Yeah. Just so happened to happen on that day. There were so many coincidences on June 15th. Right?
Mm-hmm.
When are y'all going to start Mailbag Fridays? Friday. We got some stuff already. Can't wait to show you guys. We are pumped for Mailbag Fridays, ain't we?
Mm-hmm.
That takes a little of the pressure off when we have something we can schedule we're going to do and don't have to worry about keeping the flow as good. It's something we're going to do every Friday. We're pumped for it.
Yeah. See, a lot of YouTubers do their live and talk about what they want to talk about. And, you know, sometimes I'll answer questions. I'm not like that. I like y'all involved. Don't you?
Yeah, it helps me to do the lives the way we do them, and then I get more people's opinions, and I can work on my theory and stuff better.
Y'all don't mind that you like how we do it? I'm just wondering. I think it goes fine.
I think the ones that are here like it. I think
Yeah.
they're cool with it. Someone asked if H hadn't seen Candace in months, then why would they be talking about what happened that week? That was me, as H says. Why not the month or months? Dixie,
Okay.
that was me. It's in one of my videos. I said, how come he only asked her what she done in the last week when supposedly they hadn't spoken in months?
Yeah.
But I totally agree, Dixie. It's weird that if you hadn't seen somebody that long, you'd be like, hey, I ain't seen you in forever. What'd you do last week? Right?
Yeah.
That's H is full of shit. That's why I can't like. And the thing about people being on the property looking at the kids, that just don't make no sense. Why, if that was going on, that Dawn would call Candace and tell her, you know, Dawn seems like he's enough of a dude that he would at least tell dude to get the hell off of his land. You know, does that make sense to you at all?
No.
It doesn't to me. A lot of people are all over. Who do you think the dude was? H talked about. I'm like, thank you, Dixie.
You might have answered this, but I still don't know who took Grandis to the hospital that day.
Candace, supposedly.
Candace?
Yes.
So they left together, I guess.
Right? They left from the house. She dropped Grandis off, or was still there at the hospital, but she took her to the hospital. That's when she got in contact with H. Both of them questioned who invited who, and she went there thinking the wait would be long. Gotcha. And she got out earlier because apparently as soon as she got H, Grandis was ready to roll. I always thought that was weird too. You have an idea how long something's going to take before you leave. I do, don't you?
Yeah.
You don't have, you know, just more that don't make sense, guys. That's all I'm saying. So I don't believe that there was any sort of average daily routine. As Candace mentioned, the kids would, if they were pushed, would, shit. Sorry, I lost it.
Let me scroll back. Which one is it? The kids would, if they weren't pushed, would stay asleep until midday, and Candace would normally wake only to drink.
Oh, normally?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say that's probably pretty accurate. I would, yeah. And I mean, during the summer, mom ain't working. You're not going to be up at the butt crack. So she wouldn't have been up that early unless she was taking her to the hospital. So is that a clue, maybe? Because that's another thing. If you think about stuff that don't normally happen and happened on that day, her being up and early, I bet, is not normal from the routine. That's a good point. Do you think someone lured Monkey with candy? No, I think Monkey was already going door to door, and they seen him, and they's like, this is too good to be true, and just grabbed him. Don't you?
Yeah, or somebody picked him up.
Because you know he was walking around by himself anyway. They didn't have to lure him. I guarantee you they grabbed him. Or he may even walk to him, you know, if he was a little 5-year-old and he was that, you know, cool with going to houses and knocking on doors and stuff. He's probably a pretty friendly little dude, I'd say. And that's about the worst thing you can have with a kid. Taylor was just like that. She would talk to anybody. And we've always had to keep our eyes on her like a hawk because she's so social.
Yeah.
But you don't want to discourage that either. You just want to make sure they understand safety, you know?
Yeah, aware. I agree. Nowadays, it's scary to have kids, I tell you, especially little girls.
Oh, man, I worry about my little girl every day. And this summer stuff has just made it worse. And that's another reason I have to have a couple days off because, you know, it starts to
get to you,
wear on you when you have a little girl and you don't want to, you know what I'm saying.
Even boys, you know, our boys are older, but they're the size of men or bigger, but, or, you know, you don't worry as much. But when they were little, we worried about them just the same. We
got a 5'9", 200-pound football player that don't
255 pounds.
yeah, that don't just run around willy-nilly. I'll tell you that. So. I like Brandy sticking her hand in the frame.
Sorry,
Have you been doing that?
No, I don't know. I think it's shadow. No,
She's right beside me.
My hair's so big, you probably can see it.
We're getting her.
Oh, I scratched my
Sitting
hand.
there trying
Y'all
to punch
probably...
me. Oh, ow.
I scratched my hand, y'all. See,
They're the one that said it. You hit me for reading it.
I'm trying, but if I'm on the camera, I think about what I'm looking about, and I forget what I'm trying to say.
Jennifer knows what we're saying. I'm a nervous wreck if I take my kids to any store, especially ones close to the interstate. Yeah, we don't let Taylor get an aisle over in Walmart.
All these sickos nowadays, you gotta watch your kids. There's someone at Ollie's that was acting weird the other day. I told y'all. I don't know, just people creep me out.
Yeah, Brandy said some dude was oogling her the other day, but I tell you what, when Daddy was looking at him, he wasn't even looking in that direction.
Even women gotta be safe too. There's some strange.
Everybody's got to be safe. I have to be smart. I can't just do ignorant shit and put myself in a bad position, you know.
Yeah.
Careful, Brandy knows kung fu. Hilarious.
Kick his butt.
Y'all see her take a swing at me? Y'all seen that shit?
Did you notice Ben Hill is not a dead end, however it goes for miles? Maps show tracks.
Do what?
Did you notice Ben Hill is not a dead end, however it goes for miles? Map shows tracks. Maybe like tracks off. I don't know. So it's not a dead end, it keeps on going. It might not be Great Road, but I don't know. I guess we didn't know that.
Monkey was a very social child. He escaped from his house yard and went neighbor hopping. Well, the dad said he walked in to change the little sister, and he was gone when he got back. I'd have took him in with me. I'm sorry, I'm not second guessing the dude, but I would never have left Taylor in the yard. Hell, I won't do it now. In the yard, Taylor has to have Harley with her. And we have cameras all around this joint.
Some dads babysit, but they get sidetracked, I think. He probably feels bad.
Oh.
But as a parent, you should know better than that. Sorry, guys. I was trying to type something. I hit send. I messed up.
Not one neighbor walked him back to his home. I would have. It's a shame his neighbors didn't think of that. Right? I mean, I've seen like a little clip of somewhere him going to some house, but I've always wondered, I wonder how many houses he went through and they did not tell him to get his butt home and walk him back, you know?
Somebody asked if we have a Cash App. We don't have a Cash App. We have a PayPal. It's at John Davis True Crime.
Yep.
I'll put it in the chat here.
I wouldn't have taken the 5-year-old in with me.
They wouldn't?
I'm not sure. You can't trust anyone anywhere you go anymore. Yeah, you got to be on a swivel, man. Pay attention to what's going on around you.
They're saying the West have 6 missing children now.
No, I don't know about 6. I think there could be 2 more, but there's 4 that are in custody. We know. I don't know how they could be missing, right?
Whoever said that, can you clarify, please?
I know they were said to had 2 more that the adoptive, and I haven't seen that for sure. So but I know they had the 6 they had 6 kids. Orrin and Orson missing. They had 4. Those 4 went to protective custody.
But that was a little bit after that happened, wasn't it? Or how long? I think there was a little bit of gap. Or they didn't instantly take them, did they? I don't believe they did.
I'm not sure, but what I'm saying is we know where those 4 are.
Yeah.
There could be 2 more from what I've heard that the adoptive parents are saying the last time they had them, they went to the Wests. You think someone offered money to Candace exchange for Summer? Possibly. It's it's one of the theories,
And that's sick, but that shit goes on nowadays. People almost, well, I shouldn't say pimp their daughter. Is that what, I shouldn't say pimp your daughter out. You know what I mean? I guess get money in return for her services, and that's freaking sick if that happens.
I'll tell you, it's hard to believe this many sick people can somehow get in connection with each other to even do this kind of shit.
But if that did happen, that's where you need to live, Ben Hill Road. Yeah, all the nasty people live up there. Sorry if anybody lives there. That's, you know what I mean. There's just too many predators.
The people we've seen is who she's referring to.
I had a 3-year-old neighbor just come into my house and get a pop anytime. That's funny.
Okay, I'm rolling out now. Catch y'all later. Everyone have a great Monday. We'll see you September, Virgo. Thanks for being here. What do you think about them sending all 3 boys down to the creek and Grandma stood guard almost like they didn't want them boys up by Candace and Grandma because they were doing something with Summer? Well, I think they would have done something with her before they even told the boys they wouldn't have told them she was missing, then just to have to worry about them, I think it's interesting, though, if you think there's a chance she was abducted, that you'd even send the boys out. Oh my God. I don't think they sold her. I think a neglectful accident happened and a cover-up. Brenda, I think there's a good chance you're right. I would think the odds of that are pretty high.
It won't let me pin it, Dixie. I'll try in a minute. I think it's just where I'm in my profile. I have to go to Jonathan. She wanted me to pin the profile.
Hi, Amy Cakes. Welcome. Y'all got anything else y'all want to talk about? Or you want me to just start rambling and Brandy get on to me for it again? Grandma said she was making sure somebody didn't take the boys too. That's a lie. My hell yeah. Man, that's a lie. Me too, a neglectful accident that should have been reported when it happened. Yeah, I think it was a neglectful accident, but couldn't be reported because of other things that's happened.
Mm-hmm.
What we talking about today? Candace's wish list. We brought it up earlier, man. It's hard to talk about that a lot without just getting sick to your stomach, man. It's amazing. C&D are all about money, in my opinion. They sold her. It's possible. A lot of, everything is still kind of open, in my opinion. I don't think there's nothing you can quite rule out yet. Do you?
Mm-mm.
Y'all pump up the thumbs up count, man. What's up with that?
They said for you just to ramble.
Just ramble.
If you have a question.
I'll tell y'all, man, I'm going to start recording my ramblings because I will sit here and it helps my brain nowadays to think out loud, actually, to talk to myself. I do it sometimes, and I tell you, I get on a roll sometimes. I'm feeling too cloudy to do it right now, though. The other day, I started doing it, and what I was going to do is go through a timeline and see if I can explain almost everything out of it. And I got quite a ways. And I was like, man, I should have run that. I wish I would have recorded and run that by somebody and seen what they thought about it. Candace driving around after Summer missing. She could have went further up Ben Hill because she knew law enforcement coming another direction. Yeah. The driving around thing makes you say it was an abduction, that she didn't have a good idea of how long ago it had happened. Like maybe she she don't know how long she had been missing. Because if it was the 2-minute thing, you wouldn't. I mean, I don't know if she planned on running them down in the truck, but would it make sense to go, if she had only been out of your sight for 2 minutes? Would you immediately get in the car and start flying down the road?
No, I'll be looking.
I would have searched up and down before where they lived. I would have thought that it was an abduction. I probably wouldn't have thought about it that day or that week. I've probably been still convinced she had to have walked off into the woods.
Yeah, the first thing I would do, I'd be looking around the house and out in the woods. And
you'd start in the house and work your way outward.
Yeah.
That's how everybody would do it.
Then I'd be freaking out and yelling for everybody to help, house to help. So.
Ooh, I ain't gonna. Anyone think that an appointment for summer went way wrong and she was roughed up and passed away because of it?
Maybe, or they didn't bring her back.
I've thought maybe the appointments who took her, because that would explain why they couldn't tell nothing about the abductor or anything else, possibly. You know?
Yeah.
Because we're going to say, hey, I was doing something that's highly unethical and illegal. And next thing you know, they stole my kid. Well, I got news for you. If your kid is with somebody like that, there's a good chance they will take her or kill her or something like that if they'll do the other sick shit. Right?
Yeah. I get sick thinking about that, but it's true.
265 days summer. Some have not lost focus. Our hearts only break that those who had a duty to protect her thought that her life was a joke. Yeah. That's what's sad, man. You know, if you think about it, most of you in chat, you had parents probably that did the right thing, and, you know, you have a bond with them like no other. Can you imagine being a child that doesn't have that bond and what it would be like? I think that says a lot about their bond, how she was with Robin.
Mm-hmm.
I found it highly unusual that a little girl of that age would act that way with a woman that wasn't her mother or her aunt or something really close. And she stuck to her like there was no tomorrow, didn't she?
Yeah.
She wanted that bond, I think. Right?
Oh, yeah. I think so.
She was looking for that too. That's the even sadder part. You know, you could tell that she wanted attention so bad.
They see Candace's wish list has a fanny pack on it. Y'all see Candace in a fanny pack?
Yeah. I think I've seen her in one before, actually. Maybe in one of the carnival photos or some shit like that. All right, guys, we need one more thumbs up to hit 200. Let's knock that bad boy out of the way so we can move on.
You think if she's wanting to get her kids back, she'd have clothes on there for them, stuff for the boys? That's the only thing I would put on it, you know?
I think about, how she acted with Robin, and I think about how she didn't seem to have hardly any toys. And it just breaks my heart, man, thinking about that kind of stuff. It's sadder than you realize sometimes. If you really think about little things like that, I think it makes it sadder to me. Don't you?
Yeah. Anybody would love to have a little girl like that and take care of her.
Oh, so many would, man.
People that can't have kids,
Dawn says that Summer only bonded with him. Looks like you bonded pretty good with Robin because Robin paid attention to her, to me. Wouldn't you call that a pretty good bond?
Mm-hmm.
I would. Summer just wanted attention, and affection.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Robin's red truck in the pic at the D-Day party, or do you know, John? I don't think it was, Dixie. I can't give 100% because the one's pixelated pretty bad, but I don't know. I thought she was supposed to have been in North Carolina for the birthdays, the way I understood it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I done got myself all upset talking about the toys and stuff. I bummed myself way bad out. Like,
Yeah.
it just pisses me off. I get mad about that. There's a picture of Dawn holding Summer. She's in the same dress as the Dancing in the Rain picture. Dawn looks like he's crying.
Mm-hmm.
Dawn's eyes look red to me a lot in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, to me too.
Like in that interview with Candace, his eyes look real red.
Yeah, we were watching the other day. Yeah. I'm like, my goodness. That's red.
Dawn mentioned Summer was born from a C-section and handed straight to him because Candace did not want her. A lot of things I've heard, I think Candace, for one thing, and I'm not defending anybody, definitely had postpartum depression. Don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
If you look at her, some of her old pictures, she has long hair. She looks a lot healthier to me. It looks like to me she's been through some battles. His defense, working with drywall and living in that house probably isn't great for his allergies. Yeah, that dust is bad. He was outside though in that interview, and he wasn't working. The dust is rough though, but I don't know if he finishes it or not, because usually it's like a process where you give it time to dry and there's somebody comes behind. So I don't know. I'm sure it could be explained, but I was just stating they look really red in that one video.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Candace looks like she's on Xanax, and he looked like he'd been smoking, in my opinion. She was upset because her mom left her when she was in her teens, so she had a hang up with girl babies. Maybe, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you, like I said, I'm not taking up for the woman, but Grandis does not come off as a loving person to me. You know, she seems cold. Her actions seem cold. You know, I still, and people want to argue when I say it, think it was weird she left with all that going on. She should have been there for her daughter. Hell, if it was me, there's no way I could have left my kid with that going on when I lived there to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I couldn't either.
Maybe Candace didn't like girl babies because she knew that girl babies would be SA in her family.
Yeah. Who knows?
I'd be worried about any baby.
Me too.
I think if you're willing to do it to mess with a baby, period, then I don't think none of them safe because you're obviously a freaking pervert.
Yeah. Nasty people, nasty.
Scamdus and Graham Candace are vultures. They use anyone for their own sick needs. Same with Dawn. I tell you, if you look at the current situation, it seems like Candace and Grandis are getting over on Dawn almost.
Yeah.
He's in jail, which he done to himself, don't get me wrong. But before he went to jail, they called the cops on him. Now Dawn's in jail. They're living it up at his joint. You know? Well, I don't know how often Candace stays there, but I'm sure Grandis has got her camper probably backed up to the front door now, where she just walks out and into the house. I haven't seen the inside of it. Wouldn't you like to see the inside of her camper?
Oh, yeah.
To see if that's where the hoarding issue started.
Mm-hmm.
Is hoarding, what do you call it?
Jeanette, no, it's not. Hereditary.
Hereditary, yeah. Is that a thing, you reckon?
Hereditary is like
well, it'd be more of a nurture thing, I bet, because you grew up in
lifestyle.
It. Right, yeah.
Yeah, I think it could be a lifestyle. You learn it, you don't know anything better. And then I guess there's some people that are real clean because of it. They don't want their stuff looking stuff.
Yeah, there's probably, and those are victors right there. People that were raised in a hoarding situation, yet you go to their house and it's spotless.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them shows, man, breaks my heart. You see them shows with their kids in it, and you see shit piled up to the ceiling and roaches running around everywhere. Mind-boggling.
In my opinion, Candace makes herself look like she don't know a lot and, not very smart, but I think she is. I think she's conniving. I think she plays everybody. I really do. And she's kind of evil, in my opinion.
What's going on? Did we say something? It blew up. What's that all about?
I don't know.
Dolly bombed from Dolly Vision. Oh, we got an issue.
What?
Don't we?
No. Keep on going.
What is going on? Do you not see what's happening?
Nothing. Go.
Oh, you're getting heart bomber. What does that mean? Go what? There's only bombs and hearts on the screen. What are you telling me to go? Okay, so what do you want me to do? Talk about bombs and hearts?
No, there's other comments.
There was a video in the beginning of her camper inside circulating. It is disgusting. Yeah, that don't shock me. They aren't trolls. They coming to show love. Oh, that's awesome. I have no idea what's going on. Welcome, everybody. Somebody explain to me what's happening. Is Dolly a celebrity? Somebody send all these people here? I am so confused. Sending love to you all? Well, thank you, everybody.
Somebody sent him here to show support.
Well, thanks, everybody. That's awesome.
Stopping in.
I was
We're
confused.
We're new at this stuff. I'm like, I don't know.
We are from Dolly Vision. We show love and support and like and subscribe. Well, awesome, Saint Mo. I had no idea. And Brandy was acting like I was being ridiculous. There wasn't nothing going on. We've never seen this before. This is great. We got into your chat and get shit.
You can slow it down with the beer. Click on it.
That's not going to help. Well, how's that going to help?
So you can read it if you're trying to read something.
They send from their YouTube. Well, that's cool, man. I've never seen that. That is so nice. I'm going to have to figure out
who Dolly is.
Who Dolly is exactly.
We probably should know who Dolly is, I guess, but we'll have to check y'all out.
Y'all got to realize, we ain't been at this forever. We're coming up on like 6 months, which it's been a while, but there's still stuff we don't know and haven't seen, and it amazes us when it happens. I thought we had a bot attacking us.
It's called a room raid, and a bigger channel brings people over to sub and support smaller channels.
Well, that's great, man. You wait till I get in touch with Dolly Vision about that. That's awesome. That's cool. You've been Dolly bombed. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm sitting here about to have a stroke thinking somebody's hacked into my live and is getting ready to shut me down. Thank you guys so much. All you Dolly people.
Vision.
Dolly Vision. I'm sorry. Dolly Vision is a YouTube creator. Cool. That's awesome.
Grandis knew what happened this summer, but had no part. She ran hoping it would go away, but unfortunately for her, it didn't. She had a nap. She's distancing herself. That might be true. She might not have a part, but I think she did. But I know I see what you're saying. I really do.
Well, she knows what's happened. That's my issue.
She's wanting to go away like Rose. I'm sure.
Well, hi, Duchess. Thanks everybody for showing up. That is so great. I can't wait to send Dolly Vision a shout out. It is called a room raid. Generally, a larger channel drops to a channel. You bring your subscribers for views and likes. Okay. All right, man. Maybe when I get big time, somebody will be like, "What is going on?" I'll freak them out. That's cool. I've never heard it. Sorry. Awesome. I'm just blown away. I've never seen it. It's called a dolly bomb. We love you. Well, thank you, Gretchen Dupree. And we'll thank everybody. This is awesome. I've never watched them, but since they are live right now, they are probably hoping to gain viewers from off of your live, kind of like a happy little YouTuber creator handshake, I guess.
Got you.
Well, by all that just happened, that's wild. We'll check it out.
We've been offered to come on people's lives. I just don't know if I don't know. It would have to be the right person.
Yeah, we're going to find somebody to collab with and do a little something for y'all. We got to work on our software for live streams first, and then we're going to start doing more stuff.
And I would love for y'all to be able to call in. We can hear your voice and talk to you like that. Like that would be a fun live.
Yeah, we're going to make that a part of it too. We're going to get to where we can talk to y'all. It'll be awesome.
Call in and we'll answer your questions, or change it up a little bit.
Yeah, that's awesome. You guys are great. You always stay away from the drama. You deserve this boost from Dolly. Well, thank you. We try to stay away from it, but I will call out some bullshit and make fun of somebody here and there because some of the stuff we see is just so upsetting to me.
Yeah. I've noticed too, a lot of YouTubers right now, there's not a lot of information, so they're just trying to make up anything, which is not right. It's not right.
Victoria said, "Don't feel bad, John. I was lost too about all the hearts." Good.
Someone thought we were, I don't know.
I feel like an idiot now. I was like, Brandy, what's going on there?
I'm like,
y'all are the best. Love y'all. Thank you, Sarah Jones. We love you too. I felt from beginning Summer was hauled off to Utah Indian reservation where it's a whole different world where it's own laws because Summer in Utah. You got a fresh idea, I'll tell you that. I've never heard that before. Laws are different on the reservations. They police themselves, from what I understand.
Jules will check that out. They told us to listen.
I'm Dolly's Mod. We do not actually drop bombs to get people to come to us. We drop love bombs to simply offer our love and support to other creators in the true crime community. That's awesome, Saint Mo. Thank you. That is really awesome. You do that.
Mm-hmm.
You made my day. I didn't know it at first, but yeah, that's the greatest thing I've ever seen. I'm gonna have to understand that really well, so maybe I can help somebody. Dolly Vision means no harm. We are a true crime channel that love to go around and spreading love to our YouTube neighbors. Well, y'all are awesome. That is really cool that y'all do that. I'm looking at this guy's channel. Unless I'm dreaming, he might be your perfect collaborator. Plus, has over 7,000 subs. Yeah, let me know in the email if y'all got ideas. We'll look at different stuff. Been watching for a couple weeks. Thank you for doing what you do. Well, thank you, Biograd.
Answer Justice for Kids. Okay, Dixie, I'm looking for it.
Justice for Kids.
Who do you think was on the couch with Candace in the motel room? I think we tried to answer that earlier. We really don't know.
I'm not positive, but I'm assuming she was probably traveling with somebody. That's why she was in the motel. And I would say that somebody had a child. I almost think it could have possibly been Robin's daughter, I don't know the histories of some of the other people, but I don't think it was I've heard people say it was summer. I damn sure don't think it was summer. You know.
She said she went on a date. I wonder if it was, Didn't she say that in the live? She went on a date.
Said she did drop her little bomb. How did she put it? She had a
date or something.
No, she said something weird like a extra friend date.
Yeah.
Is that how she put it?
I don't know if that means like a BFF.
Could have been her new man's kid.
Her new woman's kid.
You know?
Yeah.
Tell you what though, till things got cleared up, I don't think I'd have my kids around anybody involved, would you?
No.
For sure. And well, to be honest, not even after, but I was trying to be nice.
It would be different if she'd be getting help and stuff, but she's not. She's out there showing herself how she is, really, true colors.
It's her friend's kid. The lady said so on the live. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't watch it, to be honest.
We should, I guess, more.
I can't. I don't know about we should. I can't take it. It drives me nuts how these people. You can watch it all you want. I think these people understand. I watch as much of it as I can. I'm not watching any more than I already am. How you can sit there and watch somebody talk about nothing that has to do with summer. There's not much of an advantage.
I just do it for info, and I put it on double speed. So if I watch it, that's what I do. I don't watch all.
How do you understand her on double speed?
I just do.
I can't understand her on single speed.
She talks so slow, so it actually speeds it up to be.
What do you think about Grannis driving one to North Carolina, and then later a group of people throw a BD party for summer in North Carolina? Dawn asked to attend, and it was denied by law enforcement. I never thought about that. Yeah. There could be a connection there. You never know. The Voice and Milk Jug video could have been that friend Candace was with, the Dell lady. It could have been anybody because I can't make it out. I'm not sure. If you heard the clip channels, just see the main things on it. Yeah. Candace don't have no friends. Benny using her, no tears, speaks volumes. Oh, yeah. Amen to that. There's a real friend would have your ass in rehab. If she had a real good friend, they'd be doing everything they could to get her in rehab. That's what she needs more than anything. Instead of making wish lists and doing shit like that. And the people that go out and buy all that shit on the wish list, then all our money can go toward illicit substances. She ain't even got to be a shit she likes for herself. Other people will take care of that. It's wild.
Yeah, because it would be a good time to get her life together while Dawn's gone. But
man.
Wouldn't it? Start over, get some help.
Yeah. Ain't no way he can have a thumb on her when he's in jail, and now she used all this money. She could start her life completely over minus Dawn.
Yeah.
You guys need to make a D&B bomb.
Yeah, we could. Dawn and Brandy bomb.
You could do a reverse bomb too.
We might do that one day.
Go into somebody's live, tell all your subscribers to go to their live and be like, boo.
That's mean.
Yeah, that's probably get you in trouble too. Have y'all noticed that the only thing that has stayed the same in the scripts is the boys went to look? Why send them unless you didn't want them to see something? Yeah, it's possible. Somebody brought that up earlier, Yeah. And the piece of candy and the walking to the door, that ain't changed either. Everybody knows they're the high points of the story, and it never changes. And they always mention it. Everybody mentions the candy for some reason.
Yeah.
How weird is that? What happened that day? And everybody mentions giving her a piece of candy.
We've got a minute left. Y'all ask any questions if anybody has anything else.
Oh, yeah. We're down to 30 seconds. Final question of the live. Make it a good one. Go. Next one we get will be the final one. And we want to thank everybody for coming. As usual, awesome turnout. Thanks all the Dolly Vision people, if any of you are still straggling around. And thanks everybody. It's nice seeing such support. We still ain't got a question. Oh, they figured out how to make me do 5-hour lives. Just don't answer the question. He's a man of his word. He won't go. How much does Harley weigh? Dixie, we're getting a scale. Actually, we ordered one.
I get in trouble because I feed her too much, but that's how I show my love.
My son estimated 50 pounds. I think she's heavier. She's starting to waddle. She's gotten so big.
She's over there in the recliner, spread out, laying comfy. If I could turn the camera, I'll show y'all, but I don't know how we could do that. I'll post a picture.
Vic says you guys got a timer set, LOL. Yeah, that's how we do it. We don't want to burn y'all out on us and stuff. And, if I don't set a limit, then it could go forever.
And the kids are at school, so it's a good time we work on our videos. So before they get home,
yeah,
and we got a lot to do.
Yeah, we got to go do a bunch of filming. Thanks everybody for coming. We appreciate each and every person. Jennifer, as usual, great job. Thanks for being here. I know your situation's rough right now, and we really do appreciate it. We really do. Thanks everybody. Love you guys. See you Wednesday, 7 p.m. I don't know if it's going to be pajamas or not yet. I'll let you know.
I'm trying to zoom in.